Definitely looking a lot happier on that as opposed to the Kennen where he needs to roam down and make a team fight happen. But the Shen ban will come through again, and we will see the respect ban for Abraxos Tarek.
I this is what every team who doesn't ban in game one does in game two. Just save yourself the trouble. Ban it game one. it's really good.
Abraxos Tarek is good. Hui coming through. Don't want gets on base to have the comfort for clone on Hui.
So I'm really interested what clone is going to pick when Hui is gone, because he definitely looks best on Hui. That being said, I felt like the Crimson Yoni was able to really shut down a lot of what he wanted to do, and Amumu. So they were not happy with what Gets on Base got in game one. Gets on Base, they change up a little, but they keep the Poppy in the brand ban.
Yep, Brand absolutely, I think, should be a power pick with the new AP items, bringing him to the bin lane, as we've seen Crimson Yoni want to do. Rel pick up again for Gator. Let me hear the mitigators in the chat. We got another return game for Rel. Braum picked up for Abraxo. Do you think this could be an angle to see Braum Vayne come out for them? Got to a known Vayne player.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they pick something early here. And the Rel Aphelios was Gator looked really good on it in game one, and then Riz definitely struggled in the early lane phase. Finding the Quadra, we'll have to see if he's able to pick up another Quadra early on like he did in game one, but that definitely got him into a position to borderline carry the mid to late game fights.
It definitely did. TJ with their signature Malphite pick, we've seen them look the strongest on Malphite in the tournament so far. And Ivern coming out for Little Guy, known Ivern player as well.
I really didn't hate the Diana, but it definitely did fall off. It started 3-1, ended 5-5, and I think at the end, maybe even 5-6 or 5-7, unable to find much more after that. But the ghosty jungler, Nocturne, the Shadow Man.
Yep.
So.
He makes it through the bans this time around and gets on base. Happy to pick him up. Vayne ban coming through for round 2, but I expect we have to see a hyper carry come through on Hospitalized, and I imagine it's going to be on Agatio. So smart to be pinching the AD carry pool. Zed ban coming through again. They must know something that I don't, because I'm not expecting Zed. But gets on base. Perhaps going to lock in Shaco mid for Clone, his namesake. But probably not. Hospitalized options for AD for hyper carries in the bot lane look like Kog'Maw and Jinx to me. Who else do you think might come through?
Yeah, I mean there's still the Vayne angle, right?
Well, Vayne's banned.
Yep, Vayne and Kaisa both banned here. You're right about that. So, well,
we'll have to see Agatio on a new
pick here, right? Yeah, that's so. This is definitely. I mean, I know that he's got other champions, but those were definitely the two that he was favoring the most. So I'm kind of interested. Braum scales, I'll tell you what, is kind of hidden OP and pairs really well with Braum that has crazy synergy is Lucian. So we can look for a Lucian mid game angle and a missed ban from Hospitalized. What is going on?
Nope, nothing in the chat.
Just a missed ban, nothing in chat that I see. So looks like
gets on base. I am Clone checking in for them. Gets on base, perhaps looking to respect a gentleman's agreement. It's supposed to be Fiora, so if Fiora ban coming through for gets on base, if they will agree to it. Okay, so they've agreed. Cho'Gath pick in the top side. So that should be able to expect that going to the top side.
Or Jason, is that the spice? Can it be?
It could be. It could be. You don't have the camera on, but I just picked up my Cho'Gath figure. Kog'Maw, the hyper carry choice for Hospitalized.
Quick. There it is.
Agatio going to be a lot less mobile than he's used to, but a lot more powerful and a lot safer. Galio coming. It is a
Kog'Maw
full
Galio.
Protect the Kog'Maw composition. No Lulu to pair it with. Gets on base. I expect this Cho'Gath to go top, but perhaps Clone is a man of my own heart, and he's going to bring Cho'Gath mid. Counter pick is available and traditionally used for the top side.
Holy protect the Kog'Maw. This is not.
There's some AP damage coming through from Cho'Gath. Do you think we'll see an AD pick to try to counter him in the mid lane?
They don't need
No,
any
it will
more
be a
damage
collie for
into this.
clone.
They need one way to kill Kog'Maw, and Gets on Base is going to wipe every single fight. I can't believe that they picked like a straight up Kog'Maw comp into a Nocturne. That's just insane to me. Alright, you hear the sounds, you know what time it is. Let's get into game number 2. Gets on Base versus Team Hospitalized. We've got Gets on Base on the red side, Team Hospitalized here on the blue side. And this is a full-on protect the puppy comp. What do we got here?
In the chat with Shogath. TJ, you ready to farm? Both top laners ready to respect the farm lane this time around. No Aurelia to
Look at the level
disrespectfully
ones.
attack Nasus.
So
But a
Hospitalized
grouping.
with another. I mean, every single game, this is 6 for 6 that they've level 1'd.
You know what this is, though? They're trying to catch Choffles as he walks back up to top lane. We'll see if he walks through this bush, but Clone already moving this way. They decide to give up the chase here. Perhaps just trying to steal away the red side with the with the Ivern Smite. But Clone, I guess he saw the shurikens. Will throw a blind Q into the bush. And a curious level mastery. 1, different than all the others.
Clone flexing the new mastery on Akali. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this Akali. I think it's honestly a brutal lane, but he's picked it for the composition. He knows what he has to do. His job is to kill the Kog'Maw in the mid to late game, and his team will win. Lane is going to be pretty crappy, I think, but I love seeing LCC Akali action. Remember, we are on live patch. These are some of the first games played in a league anywhere in the world on this new patch. New items, new mastery. It's happening right here, right now. LCC week 3 action, and Gets on Base has already taken the first game. Will they take the second? So much to talk about, but junglers starting opposite sides this time. Whittle guy gonna go from a top-down clear. Of course, the Ivern clear a little unique. Jason, tell me about the Ivern clear.
So Ivern, wants to use his smite potentially to steal camps, but really it's just to immediately proc. Otherwise, it takes about 30 seconds, I believe, at level 1 for a camp to completely stack your passive, and then you just walk back up and slurp it. It costs your HP and mana as you move through the jungle, so like a regular jungler, you will still get low, but you just walk back through. Ivern is passive man. He is the plant father. He protects the trees and the potatoes, and he does not fight in the jungle unless you bring all the action to the dragon. He will end his clear in the bot side of the map. He set up all of his camps to end up down there, even though he's currently in the top side. Ganja Green will be finishing up the top, so we can expect them to take opposite scuttles. Gatio finding a nice Braum passive.
Here. Gator taking the bad end of that trade. Oh, a nice little Calibrium Q landing from Riz, and so able to try and trade back some of that. I do want to say, when it comes to looking for trades in lane, that does make your lane a lot more gankable, and you can see that Clone and Crimson Yoni have both been doing this consistently, both in game 1 and game 2. They're looking for these trades to try and make their lanes a little bit more gankable as good targets for their junglers. So look for that to continue upon the resets. So he kind of openly trading here.
I think, looks like
Crimson could have a good angle. Clone might be in trouble. A beautiful taunt is going to land. Ghost out, the flash forward. It's a first blood. Beautiful first blood from Clone. Can Whittle guy do anything about it? A flash forward, and the root caller is going to land. So a nice little counter. And Whittle guy picks up the counter kill, but a nice aggressive first blood coming out from Clone. Gets the solo bolo in the mid lane.
Yep. He'll be happy walking back out with his Sheen to keep these long fights up against Yoni. Gonna be an excellent solo bowl from him, getting that first blood for his team. But great moves from Whittle guy to pick up the counter. He's engaging on bot now behind Gator Kai. Crashdown will find him.
Riz is going to get stunned anyways with a Braum passive, and so that's a flash forward from Agateo to secure it, and it will be a double kill. Both kills going over to Agateo, the league-leading kill leader. And that's a nice way to snowball this lane. And again, Whittle guy ganks bot side. This is what Hospitalized does.
Ganja Green behind Whittle guy now could try to find a solo kill.
Oh, he does
but
find
Abraxo on the rotate over.
He's under leveled though.
He's not going to want to take this Braum passive.
Oh, the root color lands, and now this will be the stun. So Ganja will instantly flash out the second root color. No, that was actually the Kog'Maw Q. That does miss. So he gets out alive,
Yeah,
but
nice
Ganja having to
attempt,
burn
but
flash.
forced the flash. As Nocturne in the jungle, this isn't a huge deal for you, but unhappy to lose your to have the jungle stolen in your face and then get pushed off of it by the bot lane. Riz and Gator Kai gonna be wanting that one back when they get to level 6. The power of the Magnet Storm and the Moonlight Vigil, isn't it?
I believe
Yeah,
so,
the
yes.
Moonlight Vigil, high burst damage for them. Could be an angle to burst down Agatio on this strong Kog'Maw, sitting at 2-0.
Yeah, I think Kog'Maw getting these first 2 kills. This is where if your gets on base, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened. And when you look back at the tape, you're gonna realize that Whittle guy, he just wants to play towards his bot side and his bot lane. So he's very happy to go down
Yeah,
here.
wants to play
Clone
towards
in a
bot,
lot
but
of
he's playing through
trouble
the mid
as
right now.
as he's pushed up too far. Crimson trying to answer back, but Clone is just gonna look for the all in. A nice flash out from Yoni to avoid the execute damage on the Akali ultimate. But yeah, a decent gank there.
Crash
So
down
Whittle
Agatio
guy.
in the bot lane, but Braum passive will bring him
Oh, and
down low.
Gator's
Gator
gonna.
Kai,
Gator flashes out. Riz is looking for the counter damage. Actually, does get nice counter damage down. Gator is in. Gator will probably have to back here, right? Yeah, looks like
yeah,
he's gonna look
mixed
to
damage
complete
and
that
armor
recall.
shred coming out from Kog'Maw, making it a little too hard for them to get the free fights they were taking last game. As you mentioned, the Braum passive is very strong, and you just have to throw auto attacks, and you're gonna get that guaranteed lockdown. And it usually comes through in the middle of the fight when you don't want to be locked down, you want to be getting out, or you want to be hard engaging. The first set of Void Grubs going over to Gits on base. Nice for them, still playing with a strong top side of the map. Clone, not happy to burn his first ultimate cast without getting a kill onto Yoni. Nice flash from him to get away. Uh, should we need to detect it on top side? We see a 28 CS lead for Choffles on the 7
It's
minutes into
pretty
the game. I
big.
expect this to
It's a
continue.
big CS lead. A taunt lands here. Yoni onto Clone. Clone is gonna look. He's got the Twilight Shroud, so he's able to dance in and out of that vision. But as it comes down, decides to back away. So again, trading pretty heavily onto each other, and we see both junglers bot side again, leaving this top lane on an island. Chaffles does have the execute chomp, and so this Cho'Gath could look, yeah, for this execute.
And Ganja Green 1v3 in his own jungle, gets on base looking to defend. He will pick up his own blue. 75 HP left on that trade. I'm Clone brought to half HP against Crimson Yoni.
Yeah, Gator is
engaged in the jungle on a Gator.
Oh, a beautiful stun here actually, and so this is the first Galio
All the
ulti.
heroes
Gaja's in a
entrance.
ton of trouble. Still only level 5, and Gator's gonna try and get out, but there nobody's going down yet.
Ganja
And
will
Whittle will
survive.
drop
Clone low
Clone
HP.
with a snipe. Riz is way too far forward here. This will be a second kill, but he's able to pick up a counter kill onto Agateo. The Acathian passive there takes him down. So it's a 2 for 2 at the end of the day. Yeah, just what a brawl from both teams coming out.
Yeah, the discipline from Hospitalized, centralizing all the gold they possibly can out of Kog'Maw. The Acathian Surprise will finish off Riz. Riz got to be ecstatic to pick up a kill through that one in a 1v3 situation. Ganja Green and Gator Kai squeaking out the backside of that fight, saving each other multiple times. Gator Kai absorbing the taunt from Galio and then crashing out, and all of the damage is going on to the rest of the team. They managed to just walk back to the lane and recall.
Clone was able to find beautiful 5-point strikes there, and the perfect execution. Just I can't believe that Gets on Base found 2 kills out of that play. That looked so strongly in the favor of Hospitalized. And so really turning things around here in week 3. They've been ramping up, and so continuing to press some of these advantages that they've had. Ganja here just now hitting level 6, so we could see the first Nocturne ultimate coming out shortly. Which lane do you want to see him gank?
I want to see continued pressure onto Agatio or getting Clone ahead. So wherever he can find roams, I could see it on a Whittle guy right here, but Root Caller down on the Clone.
Yeah, Clone with a beautiful shuriken to dodge out that dodge or the fist punch from Galio. And it does look like Hospitalized will have advantage. Gator could look for... Oh, it's going to be a flash root caller, and Abraxo is in on the fight. The crashdown out, but the pathing brings it back in. Now the ultimate comes through. It might be too little too late. They're all in on this team fight. Gator is going to drop here. Ganja now goes down. Riz finally finding a counter kill with Clone. And so that's Agateo down. This could be not enough damage. It is, though. Crimson Yoni finding much more, and it's a double kill. Ends up being a 4-for-1. Hospitalized sweeping that fight, but on low flashing health bars at the end of it. That was razor thin. Jason could have gone either way.
Yeah, making the most of the Nocturne's paranoia to pick off Agatio on the backside of the fight, but then Clone unable to finish it. Riz brought down low. He's finding himself caught out in a lot of these fights, not necessarily the one engaged on, but easily found by the rest of the team and then forced down before he's able to bring his damage to bear. Gator Kai finding the same thing for himself, although the flash forward on the root caller definitely will make it hard to get away. Top side of the map, we're seeing a 50 CS lead. This CS lead continuing to balloon for Choffles against TJ.
This is impressive, very impressive. Yoni taking a trade into like basically two waves of caster minions, and Ganja somehow, despite being down in jungle priority for most of this match, is gonna find a full second spawn. And this will be all 6 grubs if he's able to pick up this last one. So, again, really enabling his top laner, Chaffles here, thanking his jungler for getting all this grubs for him. And there is a fight top side. The spell shield will come out. Yeah, Root Caller lands. Daisy gets the knockup, and they call it off as Chaffles roams over.
Yep, gets on base.
Clone going in here.
On Whittle Guy, though.
Yeah,
he has
Crimson
R2
has to
available.
use the ultimate to try and pull him out. The engage forward, but the perfect execution through, and he should have his R2 up. He might blast cone over and look for the execute. Whittle Guy just on a fraction of an HP bar. A silence goes through. Clone is very low here, should drop. And the paranoia comes through just in time. He's nearsighted. He's fleeing. He can't do anything. Clone and Ganja connecting for a beautiful kill on the overextension. Choffles absolutely should find this.
Will decide to flash away instead of using his Unstoppable Force.
Interesting.
Definitely want to use Unstoppable Force, much shorter cooldown. We may see Hospitalized take the Constellation Dragon on the back of this, but perhaps too much pressure as gets on base and get back out to contest it.
Constellation.
Will settle for stealing the blue.
Yeah, that was good.
Incredible play from Ganja Green and Clone
okay,
and
crash
Choffles
down
on the top
from
side.
Gator. Nice double stun, but too far forward, I think, and Agateo makes him pay. Landing that long-range auto, extended by the W and the Braum passive. Man, Gator dropping there, 0-3 on the rel. This bot lane swinging the other way.
King's down on the Dragon, but Clone's in the darkness with a Shuriken attempt on forward on the Whittle Guy. Will miss.
A stun here. He uses Twilight Shroud to dodge.
Teleport forward from Choffles to join the fight. But Riz is under half HP here with no flash available. It's going to be difficult to contest this dragon. Perfect Execution is available for Akali. TJ stuck on the top side of the map. He has Teleport available and Unstoppable Force. But both teams
I
will
kind
walk
of
away
want to
from
see
this
them
dragon.
just take this fight. They've committed Teleport, and they're already like, what is this, 40 CS up topside, giving over a plate. I mean, to invest Teleport Dragon there, I just want to see them take the Dragon because they have the Feast, so they have the Smite secure with Feast.
I think they're concerned about taking the fight and just losing it all to Agatio. No Paranoia available. Riz at under half HP with no flash. It's a dangerous fight to commit to.
Yep. So maybe that's exactly what they're thinking as well. They call it off, and then we see some first items built here. Is a Heartsteel for Cho'Gath. Yeah, first item, Ardent Sensor. Is that standard on Ivern?
First, it can be. You have some options with Ivern, but definitely I think this is full committing to the buff Kog'Maw trend. I like to go for a Redemption or a the Moonstone Renewer when I'm playing the Ivern, but Agatio going to be happy to have even more
Oh,
damage on
Riz
his
and
side as he
Gator
engages
being
bot side.
forced into an engage here, and Agateo able to burn down Riz. And Gator had a way in, he won't have a way out, and this will be another double kill going over to Agateo. That's 7 kills. Ganja and Chaffles are gonna try and turn this topside, but he uses Unstoppable Force, and TJ's just gonna ult out. So able to get away there. I got a comment in
I want to
chat.
see less
If they
focus
don't,
on this Malphite top and really just put the pressure elsewhere. He's going to keep just walking away and not taking much of a loss for it. You've got a huge advantage. Just let Chaffles play the top side of the map. Clone stuck in a 1v3 situation in the bot side, unable to do anything to answer.
they do use Herald here to get first tower, so
They do.
utilizing this Chaffles advantage.
Uh,
And
Decides to charge the wrong way and waste waste it in the top side. That's a whoopsie for him.
yeah.
Still fighting mid. Clone having tough
Oh,
time
it's an
getting
all-in
through
angle.
going.
Crimson Yoni and Clone are going to go for the perfect execution. He flashes out and then flashes back in. One more 5-point strike, and it will land. And it's another solo bolo for the assassin in the mid lane. It's 5 kills
Well
here onto
played.
this
Will
Akali.
Guy get another return kill? No, he will walk away to defend, but he manages to defend his own tower. Great plays out of Clone. Every time we see Akali drop in the LCC, it's a banger, and there's lots of action.
I just want to shout out Bell in chat saying if they don't get onto Kog'Maw, it's going to be a brutal game. I couldn't agree more. And honestly, they're really showing just like such proficiency on so many picks here. Not only with the Vayne and the Kai'Sa, but Agateo now already at 7 kills, just 16.5 minutes in on this Kog'Maw.
Yeah, the game is in his hands, and Hospitalized is giving him the power to take them there. Finding himself ahead in the CS lead, but really building his lead through these fights, these skirmishes. Hospitalized giving over as many kills as possible to him. And I want to see Gets on base, keep playing safe in the bot side. But I don't think Riz can stand alone and let Gator Kai roam either. Will Guy still in the back pocket of Hospitalized, pushing down this bot tower. They may attempt to dive when Daisy comes back up in a second.
Yeah, look at
Ganja
that,
moving
dude.
over with
And the
the
Borg
paranoia
proccing on
could
Gator
engage.
again, so Gator taking so much damage. This should be tower gone.
You see Clone and Ganja moving down. They may use the paranoia to get down onto Gatio.
Yeah, they scare
But instead they will
Agateo
just
off,
stop.
and yeah, just Ganja's presence here able to push him off. 2-level advantage here for Clone now onto Yoni. And the taunt is going to land. Whittle is here. We'll see if Arukala comes through. A paranoia, and they go onto Agateo. He flashes out, but he's alone now. There's no team to protect him. He gets chomped down. That's a shutdown. And now Gets on base should look to run this fight. A nice bit of damage over the wall. Ganja's almost down. So actually, wait, where did the rest of the team go? Clone and Chaffles abandoned their
Gator
team.
and Riz together.
Clone and Chaffles call out. It's clear miscommunication. They end up turning it. It's still a good play for Gets on base because they do get the shutdown and a demolish proc. But yeah, I mean,
they're gonna be taking this mid tower on the backside of it, but they give up a kill onto Gator for no reason. Ganja Green forced to reset after the Acathian surprise brings him low. Yeah, as you mentioned, clear miscommunication, not on the same page. Engaging in the bot side, but moving to take the mid tower together. It's just a free kill over onto Gator. He's gonna be upset with his team after that one.
But I do think that they understand the assignment. The Gets on base knows what they need to do. This Ganja, he needs to press R and then click on the Kog'Maw. And if he does that, their chances of winning the team fight are pretty high. I mean, Agateo, he definitely had a panic flash there. He flashed into the middle of Gets on base, away from his entire team. So that's probably about worst case scenario. But Clone,
mid onto
yeah, Clone is here looking for the engage. They use the exhaust here. Clone almost goes down. A nice rain of damage there. Just missing from Kog'Maw, but they'll continue to have mid lane pressure. So exhaust being used keeps Agateo alive.
I appreciate the attempts, but Paranoia is coming up now, and he's forced to reset. A lot of free damage on the mid tower. It's after that last fight, I would have liked to see them take the mid tower because it opens up Clone to roam more easily. But it's unfortunate to give up a kill on the backside. Chaffles here. It's going to be a 5v5.
Yeah, Chaffles is down here. Look for
Hero's entrance.
There's the ultimate. The crash down lands. Gator is in the middle. It's a beautiful. Ganja goes onto Agateo, but his entire team is there, and he's stunned up instantly. Crimson Yoni is just on him to taunt. TJ lands the unstoppable force onto Clone, but again, his team is not there. Another miscommunication, but no damage able to turn. Riz really unable to find any productive damage in this team fight. Gets on base, messing around here. I think this will only go bad for them. Riz walks in, ends up having to burn flash out, and it still won't get him to safety as Crimson Yoni picks up another kill. That's 3 down for Gets on Base and Hospitalized pick up the Dragon. They're less than 2k gold ahead, but it's feeling like this composition is really coming to fruition here. And Agateo is she's playing a good game.
Agateo's sitting with all of the gold advantage on him, 2,600 gold up on Riz. Riz trying to pull one of his signature Aphelios like 4-man ultimates, but we're forgetting that he's going to be 1v4 in that, and the enemy team is full HP with a fed Kog'Maw. Just gets chased off immediately. He's on vision in the Tribush as well. Just not playing together that fight. Gets on base, completely spread apart, and feeling the pain with Hospitalized grouped as 5. The hero's entrance, just bringing them all together and making them take less damage on the Paranoia as well.
I think Ganja really needs to time this ultimate correctly, because not only does he know what he's trying to do, but all of Hospitalized knows what he's trying to do. And so this Crimson is going to be there with a taunt as soon as he goes in. You really need to find a way to pull this Galio away from the Kog'Maw. At least make him use the hero's entrance ultimate, because if he's already there, then the instant taunt is just going to lock you up, and you're not going to be able to do anything. So they really need to find a way to pull this team apart and
NG
win
bot lane
engages.
crash down onto Whittle guy. Riz free hitting.
Whittle and Crimson are down here. Riz is being shredded. Holy crap. And wow, and not only do they get the turret mid, but they get the kill bot. Things are all of a sudden escalating. Gator alone here as Crimson and Whittle guy are probably just gonna have their way. Here's a Paranoia engage, and this is exactly what I need. They gotta go all in here for Agateo, but the perfect execution does land. They are able to get the kill, a silence onto both, and it looks like Ganja flashed over the wall. I think if Ganja had stayed in that fight, Choffles might have been able to find a feast stack, but Whittle and Crimson are roaming now. There's no flash on Ganja. The root caller misses and it flashed out, but the taunt is an auto hit. Braum lands that passive stun. Abraxo cues for the kill.
For Abraxo. 4-0 in the game currently. We have no deaths on either top laner. DJ finally getting into the tanky-ish part of his build after his preferred Malignance rush, wanting to get as many ultimates down as possible. I think it was a very close look. Another engage in the mid.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be able to walk away.
It was really close. At the end of the day, Abraxo providing Winter's Bite as Ganja Green bites the dust, and there's just gets on base. It's a little bit too one-dimensional, I think, and Agateo having 7 kills, he's a little too far ahead. Whittle guy, honestly, 5-1 and 10, looking really good. Abraxo 4-0 and 13. These two are having a great game. It's just it's really hard to find angles. Clone and Ganja eventually got there, but it's 4 members of Hospitalized that they have to run through in order to actually get to the backline, you know?
Yeah, I see the assassin angle for Gets on base, but they need to be rotating I Am Clone over to these side lanes to create pressure, but he's stuck in matchups that he doesn't want, or taking fights against multiple members and not coming out on top is really stalling him in this mid game. And Agateo happily continuing to farm up and to move as a group with Hospitalized. Always has Abraxo or Whittle guy nearby to protect him. He's looking for a fight down onto Riz.
Agateo's trying to bite.
To be caught out.
He is trying to bait this. Crash down out. Nice crash down. This should be TJ's teleport. And he's not going to find an unstoppable force. They do find 2 wards, so 60 gold. But yeah, that's mostly teleport for no reason. think he was
Yeah, the
fine to stay
teleport burned from gets
bot.
on base as the bot wave is still on hospitalized side of the map. Some additional pressure available for gets on base. That's going to buy them some time. Whittle guy on the top side of the map, 5
Yeah,
in
he's
mid
not
for
here,
gets on
so it's a
base. They could engage.
5v4. Gator is looking, decides not to pull the trigger at the end of the day. Clone trying to find the angle. You can tell gets on base. They know their goal. They're trying to get on base again here. They already got on base once, and working as a team is the way to do
We're going to
it.
see a 5v5. Whittle approaching from the top side. Dragon is now available. Daisy is up.
They don't
So
have
he's going
vision
to
of
see
this bush. They're
this is
hidden.
going to be a front to back.
They don't want to be walked into. Look for TJ's unstoppable force. Clone goes for the engage.
Low.
Chaffles is in, and it's a beautiful paranoia as Whittle is forced to flee out. The hero's entrance only lands onto a couple, but I can't believe Whittle survives it. It's insane, and this is just going to be a full turn as Hospitalized will look to sweep this fight. Already a triple kill for Kog'Maw. Agateo popping off 10 kills. Holy cow.
That could spell disaster for gets on base in game 2. Agatio getting even further ahead. And as you mentioned, a great paranoia, good timing, but engage onto Whittle guy. They forgot the assignment. Agatio has to go down. This Kog'Maw cannot be allowed to terrorize them with their bio-arcane barrage. Whittle guy, a known Ivern player, and Ivern a known escaper.
I can't believe he got out of that.
10 HP.
That was crazy. Wow. Really able to just skirt that fight well. And this, yeah, they're going to go for the Baron.
Things down on the Baron, 5 here. They have vision control. I don't see why not. But they will walk away.
They decide not to flip
they have
but
perhaps too much gold in their inventories. 21,000 in the pockets of Agatio. Going to reset here and buy their third item.
Jason, if they get caught on the reset, this could just be an instant burn as they're all here. And that's the call, so it's an instant burn.
No teleports available for Hospitalized. They could find this, but Riz in the mid lane not providing any damage.
Yeah, they don't have enough DPS, so at the end of the day, Ganj is just gonna take like 1,000 HP for free. Clone is looking for the engage here, but it goes onto Abraxo, and
Agatio's not here.
Paranoia
Kog'Maw's
is topside. Yeah, Chaffle's in on the side. It's a split fight as Riz is being burned here down to the bot side. Agateo shows up to the fight, and that's going to absolutely turn it. He's hitting for free over the wall. Look at this Kog'Maw shredding through, gets on base, destroying their dreams, and that's a double kill. Again, another 3 for 0 for Hospitalized. This will certainly be the Baron, and this is going to be the start of the push to end. A nice little taunt here from Crimson Yoni. Clone should die shortly. The root color will just miss, so he gets out.
Yeah, it gets on base with a nice attempt catching out 3 in the bottom or in the blue side jungle. But Agatio coming up for the clean.
He will die here, but he bought a lot of time for his team, so they still might go down. But Riz and Gator have already respawned. Chaffles is about to respawn. It could go for a feast steal. It looks like they're going to give it, so Hospitalized will collect the Baron at the end of the day. And an essential fight. They went for the timing. They weren't totally together on their decision, and Hospitalized is able to rush back from base. They got caught pulling their pants back up, but they got them up just in time, and they end up sweeping that fight, taking the Baron. And Agateo now 13 kills, showing us why he's the league leader in kills.
Yep, and his team putting a lot of trust in him with this Kog'Maw composition, and he's showing up. He's got the gold advantage. He's got the positioning. He's rarely getting caught out, and I think the one time he was caught out at Dragon, I think potentially was just a miscommunication with the rest of the team. They keep running away forward, and he's caught out in the middle instead of being protected in the middle.
He's definitely playing frontline Kog'Maw here, baiting gets on base into a fight. He knows that he's got his posse, and I just gotta say, it's gotta feel good to be Kog'Maw in this game. A lot of pressure on you, and you're living up to it here. 13 kills, leading your team to victory, sweeping through, triple kills, double kills, multiple
teleport in from TJ as Clone is caught.
Oh no, a root collar finds Clone. The taunt will actually miss, but then the unstoppable force to ensure that the rest of it is not forgotten. Paranoia lands, but look at this kiting, beautiful kiting. He has to flash out, and there's nothing they can do. Riz is barely even hitting. TJ is going to stay alive with just a fraction of his HP, and this will be a full sweep through, as the only one left alive is Ganja after he flashes out of the fight. It's 4 for 0, and he will not give Hospitalized the ace, but he won't be able to do anything about them knocking down his Nexus. They are pushing to end here. Hospitalized. Absolutely retribution for game 1. And turning things around here in the second game. What a play from the bot side. Special shout outs to Agateo and Abraxo. Really, after performance in game 1 for getting to buy an item, turning things around here in game 2. And Jason, I don't know if you know this, but we had 6 blue side victories this week.
Yep.